I'm Paul Starr. My new book, American Contradiction, Revolution and Revenge from the 1950s to now, explains how we arrived at today's America on a path that no one born in the middle of the last century could have imagined. Imagine, if you will, a scene that's unfolded in my mind like an episode of the TV show The Twilight Zone that I watched as a teenager. The time is near the end of the summer of 1963, and I'm a junior counselor at an integrated progressive summer camp in the Hudson Valley, mostly for Black and Puerto Rican kids from New York City, and this much is true. Pete Seeger has come from his home nearby to sing with him, finishing up with the old Black classic, This Little Light of Mine. In the evening, the other counselors and I watch what we think is a television documentary about the civil rights movement. It begins with familiar scenes, sit-ins, freedom rides, the speech that Martin Luther King Jr. has just given at the March on Washington. But then it goes on to show events that have not yet happened. Congress passing the Civil Rights Act, then the Voting Rights Act, and immigration reforms that end the racist national origins quotas. My friends are looking quizzically at each other, but cheering. The mysterious documentary then shows the rise of Black power and the women's and gay liberation movements. Oh, strange ideas even to young progressives in the early 1960s. While a few of my friends are thrilled, others are watching uncomfortably, occasionally rolling their eyes at the absurdity of it all. The documentary continues with scenes of racial backlash. That figures, someone says, anti-war protest, a terrible plague we've never heard of, and ministers warning of doom. A flash of a familiar face, the actor Ronald Reagan, oddly identified as president. A description of how during all this time, labor unions are in decline and economic inequality is growing. And a rash of incomprehensible terms, multiculturalism, LGBTQ+, transgender, cisgender. Finally, somebody says, this is all ridiculous and could never happen, and switches the TV to something with a more familiar and reassuring plot, a movie about aliens invading from outer space. It was with a sense of amazement that I came to this project of writing a history of America since the 1950s. If you want to share in that amazement about how it's all developed and make sense of what happened, please read American Contradiction. Thank you.